So you're looking to start your own social media marketing agency, but you just can't understand why a client would go and work with you and actually pay you $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 per month if you have no previous results or anything to show them, basically like a portfolio. So what I'm going to do in this video, I'm actually going to break down exactly how you can bypass that and actually get clients even if you don't have any past results or a past portfolio or something to show these clients. I'm actually going to show you how to bypass that. Let's jump straight into it. So guys, welcome back to the channel. Monta Golden here. Hope you guys are all doing well and staying safe. If you're new around here, please drop a like, comment and subscribe and turn on that little notification bell so you get notified every time I drop an upload about SMMA, e-com agency, because that's what I'm actually going into building right now, or anything entrepreneurial, to be honest with you, if you're into that. Also, drop me a follow on Instagram and send me over a DM. I'm actually cleaning that up and I'm actually going to be doing a lot of like outreach on there as well for the e-com agency, but we will get into that in a different video if you want. But guys, look, I get asked all the time, how do I go about starting a social media marketing agency if I don't have any past results? And trust me, this is what I'm feeling right now as well, guys, and I want to show you exactly kind of what I'm doing to go about this. So like I said, I get a lot of questions from a lot of people, especially on like Instagram and stuff, through the whole YouTube stuff and whatnot, of people just asking me, how do I go about starting a social media marketing agency if I don't know how to run Facebook ads, if I don't know how to do social media management, I don't have like past results or previous results to show it? What happens if a client goes out, I'm on a call with a client and some client asks me, can you show me some results that you've been able to generate? Me personally, guys, look, I believe you don't actually need to learn Facebook ads in order to build an actual social media marketing agency. That may sound friggin' absurd to you guys, but look, you're looking at it in the wrong eyes, guys. Look, you see, it's like if you want to like create a successful restaurant, you don't actually have to be the head chef yourself. And this is something I try to make a lot of people understand, and a lot of people don't understand this. Like, if you want to be a freelancer, like a good freelancer, yes, you would need to learn Facebook ads. But if you want to be an agency owner, very big difference. Agency owner and freelancer are completely two different things. If you want to be a freelancer, you need to learn Facebook ads and deliver the Facebook ads yourself. If you're trying to be an agency owner, you don't need to learn Facebook ads and deliver the services yourself. Now look, guys, it's the same thing with the whole, do I need to be a good chef to own a restaurant? The answer to that is actually no. You don't actually need to be a good chef. You need to hire good people. If you're going to be the restaurant owner, that is. If you want to be a good chef, then yes, obviously you need to be a good chef and work in a restaurant. But if you're not trying to work in your agency, as in do the service delivery yourself, as in working in the actual agency, if you want to work in the agency instead of working on the agency, then yes, you would need to learn Facebook ads. So how do you actually go about this? Now this is going to sound easier said than done, but guys, literally, you want to find a freelancer or a team member. Now I'm actually starting to change my mindset about this. Like, I'm start calling them freelancers, because I'm now like looking at my agency in a long-term perspective. Instead of just saying I'm using contractors, I'm looking for actual team members now. Like, I'm legit going to have my agency for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years or something like that. So I'm in this game for the like long run. So I'm looking for legit team members now, where I'm not talking about contractors anymore. And when I say this, guys, I don't mean that I'm gonna be like hiring somebody and having them as like an employee on my actual, on paper, that's what it says, like they're an actual employee. There's still gonna be classes like contractors and people that I contract to work for a while. Well, at this beginning stage they are, especially when I'm going into the e-com agency side of things. I'm going to be looking for contractors, but me, I've changed my perspective about it. I'm looking for employees right now. Again, guys, there's a very fine line between the word employees and contractor. Right now, I'm kind of looking for obviously a contractor, but I'm looking at it in my own head. On paper, of course, they're just a contractor, but in my own head, I'm looking at them as an actual team member that I'm looking to build long term with and actually take them on in the future as like a full-time employee, like an actual employee with benefits and stuff like that. But guys, you don't need to worry about any of that right now. Let's get back to the point. How do you go about starting a social media marketing agency without any results? Again, you want to find an outsourcer, a freelancer, whatever you want to call them, a team member, whatever you want to call them. That's what you need to go and do and leverage their results. Look, don't be naive and think that a business owner is going to give you the benefit of the doubt. This is the thing that I see a lot of people say and like teach, and it's just never worked for me. Like, to be honest with you, like doing free trials never worked for me, because I know a lot of you out there just think, yeah, let's just go and do some Facebook ad free trials and build a portfolio that way. I don't think I have ever had a successful like free trial in terms of I've been able to generate results for clients with the whole free trial stuff, and I've actually documented that back on my channel. You can actually go back and actually take a look, but that never actually turned into a paying client for me, like an actual paying client. And I said this in a different video about top 3 reasons why I believe you should never offer free trials. So the point here I'm trying to make, guys, is that no, I don't think you should go about doing the free trial stuff to build a portfolio. What I suggest you do is kind of just bypass that whole beginner stage. That I don't know what it is, I don't know who's been teaching that, but I don't believe you should actually do that. Instead, what you should do is go and find a legit contractor. Now this is going to be hard, guys. Here's the reason why it's going to be hard. And again, just like anything in life, guys, of course it's going to be hard. You see, I remember when I first got into like SMMA, and I just thought, oh yeah, I'm just gonna do a bunch of cold calls and get like to 10k in like 3 months and just be chilling. That's not what SMMA is. You hit a point where you realize that shit, this is actually a real business model, and real businesses take a lot of work, and you have to build a team, you have to put the right people in place, you have to have proper business systems. It's not just a thing where you just go online and make some money really quickly and get to 10k really quickly. And I'm trying to change that mindset for you guys. Like, it's really not that. I mean, you can go and build an agency in like 3 months to 10k. It's very few. It's what's the word I'm looking for? There's very few within the market that can actually do that, and within this space that can actually do that. It's not very what's the word I'm looking for? It's not, Jesus, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, so guys, what I'm trying to say here is that that's quite rare, and that doesn't really happen that often. It's the percentage of that actually of happening is really small. Like, the chance of that happening is really small. But guys, look, what you want to do is find contractors, leverage their results, and then show results to clients that you're on calls with. So I know you guys are going to be like, okay, so where do I get a contractor? How do I do this? Look, guys, what I want you to do right now is go and open another tab. Type into go to Facebook, go to Facebook groups, click on the little group section, and then just type in the word Facebook ads. Basically, what you want to do is use certain keywords. So here's my top 3 keywords for finding like Facebook groups with like actual Facebook ads dudes in them. So like e-commerce marketing would be a good keyword to use. Facebook ads, just the word Facebook ads. Go search that and add and then join a bunch of groups, and you want to go into like Facebook marketing and stuff like that. So those are like the 3 keywords I use to actually go to Facebook and actually and like find groups. And you just want to like join like 10 to 15 of the top groups. Top groups normally have around 10 posts a day, 20 posts a day. Anything more than that is your post is probably not going to get seen. Then what you want to do inside there, start networking with people. Don't spam the group just saying that you're looking for e-commerce Facebook ads buyer or something like that. What you want to do is just find an ads buyer in one of those groups. Be very cool and obviously stick to their rules within the group. You'll see that each group has their own rules, so stick to those rules. But essentially, guys, what you need to do is, and I should have said this before, you kind of want to understand Facebook ads to the point where you know enough about whether your contractor is going to be bullshitting you or not. So here's what's going to happen. You're going to start joining these groups. You're going to start posting out in these groups that you're looking for somebody to run your Facebook ads for X specific niche, whatever niche you're in, whether that be real estate, whether that be e-com or whatever else niche you're in. Then what's going to happen is people are going to message you back. You're going to filter them through application form. Application form can be built with like Typeform or Google Forms if you want to. Ask them a series of questions. If you guys are in my actual program, you know the exact same questions I use to actually filter through all of the prospects that I'm actually going and actually reaching out to, and they're reaching out to me. So you can see the exact questions I use to vet contractors, so I know that they're going to, you know, they have the results that I want and they are an entrepreneurial type person, so they're actually going to be a good employee that's going to work in a team instead of doing their own thing and building their own agency basically. So you guys know my process of asking the questions and what questions I ask. If you guys want to learn more about the hybrid agency program, just let me know below or just send me a DM on Instagram. That's actually still open to the public, and that's my 4-week program, that is. But anyway, guys, look, with this, what's going to happen is eventually you're going to filter down and you're going to hire a contractor. You're going to start jumping on calls with these people and interview them. Yes, this can be quote unquote a bit scary for you if you haven't done this before, because normally like the majority of us are normally have come through like 9-to-5 jobs. I know a lot of my audience, and I know that a lot of you guys are still in like college, in like a 9-to-5 job, or you're about to go to university or stuff like that. So you being the interviewer is not in your realm of what's considered normal, but you need to change that. You need to be an interviewer to interview these people basically. So what you do on your interviews is you want to ask a series of questions. Again, if you guys are in my program, you know the exact questions I'm going to be asking these people and why I ask certain contractors and whatnot, and you want to vet them. But you need to understand Facebook ads enough to see what their answers are. And if their answers are, you know, quote unquote bullshit, you know that they're obviously talking bullshit, but you need to understand what a bullshit answer is from an actual real answer. And that's where the learning Facebook ads phase comes in a little bit. So you do need to go on YouTube, maybe go on like on some blog articles, go on some forums on like e-commerce marketing, and you can really pick up some really good information about e-commerce Facebook ads marketing or real estate marketing, and see what good results are in comparison to bad results. And that's all you're looking for, guys. You need to understand it enough to see whether the results are good or not, and actually get a handle as to whether the guy you're speaking to, this contractor, is actually chatting shit or actually has good results that you can actually leverage. From then on, you want to take them onto your team, but you don't actually pay them there and then. This is the thing people don't understand. When I say go and find a contractor or a team member or, you know, an outsourcer or a media buyer, if you will, I'm not saying you just go and pay somebody like immediately on the spot. What you need to do is have them in your Rolodex, kind of like they're on pause basically. They're on pause right now. You don't have clients, but they're on pause, and they're allowing you, you've built this mutual relationship with them where they've agreed, this is the thing, key thing, they've agreed to allow you to use their portfolio of results or screenshots or anything like that. Obviously you have to vet them first and make sure they're legit and whatnot, and you can easily do this on via like a screen share. If you do like your interviews via Zoom, you can actually tell them to refresh the page when they're in the back end of Business Manager. So once you've vetted them, once they're on your actual team, you kind of have them in limbo. It's kind of like a limbo. There's a little bit of a stage where it's like limbo. They're in limbo. They're kind of waiting for you to get clients, and you actually have to go out there and get the clients. Of course, that's your job, and that's the relationship, and this is why it works. They know, and this is the thing, guys. You need to understand that there's people. I know that you guys are like wondering that, like, why would a guy with good results want to work with me if I have no agency? And you guys don't understand that there are people out there that just love the nerdy side of Facebook ads, but absolutely hate sales. This is the key, guys. I'll repeat it one more time. There are people out there that absolutely adore, absolutely love, and just geek out when it comes to running the actual Facebook ads, trying to optimize conversions, trying to get sales through Facebook ads, and actually just running the actual ads itself. They love that, but when it comes to like actually getting clients themselves, they completely suck at it because they hate sales. They're very introverted and they're shy. They actually just like, they're almost like those gamers, you know, like gamers where they have those crazy like headsets and those, you know, custom built PCs, and they just live in their mom's basement and kind of like punching numbers on a computer, and like they look like hackers basically. There's people out there that are like that, but with the Facebook ad stuff, and are really amazing at like media buying and stuff like that. They love the media buying aspect of stuff, but when it comes to anything sales related, like getting on a call with somebody, they completely tremble and shit themselves and cannot close any clients. So they've got this skill, but they don't know how to bring in clients themselves. So that's where you come in, and it's like a mutual beneficial partnership where they're amazing at, you know, the Facebook ad stuff, and you're amazing at the sales stuff and getting clients, because that's what you should be focusing on if you have an agency, by the way. And again, just look at the word, I want you to actually Google the definition of the word agency. Again, I can't remember it off the top of my head, but it literally says it's a person or a collective of people delivering a service on behalf of clients, basically. So as you can see, if you're going to be an agency owner, you need to be the person that puts the right people in the right place, and then getting clients and connect them with your media buyer, essentially. And that's how you go about getting clients without needing a portfolio. And again, guys, this is a little bit harder than it sounds, because you actually have to go to certain groups, know where to find talent, how to vet talent, how to interview talent, and really understand what makes a good results, and what makes shit results. And you need to ask a bunch of other questions, not even just related to like Facebook ads. You want to find out like, what do they do in their free time, for example? What are their hobbies? And this is a good question to even ask, like, why don't you build your own agency? Would be an amazing question to ask. You know, you can actually literally say to them on the call, okay, so John, let's pretend the outsourcer's name's John, or the media buyer's name's John. So John, look, you obviously have this amazing skill at Facebook ads, and you can generate crazy ROAS, for example. Why is it that you don't go out there and build your own agency? And you just want to ask them, very politely like that. And a lot of the time you will actually hear that they hate the sales stuff, and they just don't know how to do it, basically. But a lot of the other times they'll say that, yeah, I'm actually thinking about building my own white label agency. That's when you know that they have like other plans in mind. They're probably not going to be a good fit for your team, because you're not trying to look for anybody entrepreneurial who wants to start their own business. You just want somebody on your team to help you move your business forward. And you have to be on the same mindset right there and then. Like you right off the bat, you need to figure out whether they're going to be a team member, or they're trying to be like an entrepreneur and just use you as almost like a way to get more clients, basically, and just in it for the money. Don't sign with people like that. But guys, look, leveraging other people's results is not unethical. This is what's being done all over the place. Can you imagine if like working in your agency and actually delivering the results is actually so stupid when you actually think about it? Because we're all like caught up in this little entrepreneur, like this little online entrepreneur, online marketing space and this SMMA space. But when you actually start reading business books of real moguls like Phil Knight and like Apple and like all these massive companies like Amazon and stuff like that, there's no way these CEOs have got to the place where they're at right now. Like these, I'm talking like billionaire CEOs. There's no way they've got to the place where they're at right now in terms of financial success and business success by working in their business and doing the actual service delivery themselves. They focused on building systems and putting the right people in place. And this, if you're thinking about it in a real business term, that's how you need to start thinking. So a book for you to go and read if you haven't read this, and I always recommend this book, is The E-Myth. The E-Myth will completely shatter any sort of dispute. It will actually put an end to this conversation whether you need to learn Facebook ads or not. You need to, in my own personal opinion, you need to learn Facebook ads enough to sell it and enough to understand it, so that when you go to hire a contractor, you can see whether they're bluffing or not. Basically, that's it. Then you actually leverage their results to get clients. So when a client says, can you show me your results, or what have you been able to produce, you can pull up your team members' results and you can leverage it that way, because they're on your team now. You are an agency, you are a collective. Like I said, an agency is a collective of people that delivers the results for clients. And that's how you build a real agency, not just trying to be a glorified freelancer, as they call it in this space. Don't be a glorified freelancer if you're trying to build an agency. Build an actual agency. But guys, hope that you've enjoyed this, and that's how I would go about starting, and that's actually how I'm going about starting my actual e-commerce agency. Because again, I've worked with like one e-commerce like business, didn't get the greatest results, to be honest with you. It was decent, it was still happy with it and whatnot. It still gave me a good review on Upwork. But look guys, I'm starting to understand like e-commerce Facebook ads like a lot now, because all I've done is just geeked out on like learning like Facebook ads. But I'm in that position to do that. You see, at the start you're going to be in a position where you don't have any clients. Your first thought's going to be, oh, I need to build a website. Don't do that. The second thought is, oh, I need to learn Facebook ads. Yes, learn Facebook ads, but learn it enough so that you can sell it, and then find a contractor that knows how to deliver that, and you can just bypass a whole, like, you can bypass probably like 6 months of your life. If you want to waste 6 months, go ahead and learn Facebook ads. And if you want to work in your business and actually just be stressed out and whatnot, then actually just be the own waiter at your restaurant, if you will, or the own chef at your restaurant, if you will, go and learn Facebook ads. But if you want to be an actual business owner where you can actually have multiple clients, you're not stressed out, you're actually getting the service, you're actually delivering an amazing service from an actual outsourcer or a team member that knows what they're doing for the client and actually getting great results for the client, then go and build an actual agency and find talent, hire talent. And again, it's a little bit harder than it sounds on camera, because it's like, go and find an outsourcer, leverage their results. That is of essence, that's like a 10,000 foot overview, but there's a lot of things that go into that. And again, if you're in my 4-week program, you know exactly how I go about vetting these actual outsourcers. But guys, with that being said, I hope you are doing all well, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.